everybody, welcome back. It is the third session. It is, 4 days after the first session we did? We've only had 1 day off during this stream through so far because I've been enjoying it so much. Okay, first thing I want to talk about. Nothing really happened between episodes, by the way, in terms of, gameplay or anything. We have a poll going on right now of do we think Duncan is going to join our crew this episode. So just so you can all have an informed, to convert. So you can have an informed decision on this. He's got a resistance of 10, which I think is the exact same as what Arturo's was. Oh yeah, we still haven't named Arturo. I'm gonna have to name Arturo after someone in the chat. Anyway, so we gotta convert him to Cult of Mint, and then we're gonna start breaking down his resistance and everything. What is his ideology again? Super Justice? Pain is Virtue Raider. Okay, he's of the same crew that Arturo was from. Gotcha. Okay, first thing I want to talk about. You'll see on screen, the fixed to the computer and vet bills number has gone down, and the goal has gone up by $1,000. Why, you may wonder? Well... You remember in the first episode when I was, what are they doing here? Oh, they're playing chess, okay. You remember in the first episode when I was saying that no, it might have been the second episode. Okay, first episode I was talking about how when you get super chats on YouTube, they take 30%, right? And then on the second stream, I said, I'm not sure if it's 30%. Maybe they changed it because the number it gave me when I went offline on the first stream was almost $700 Canadian. And you convert that to American and that's about $500. So maybe they don't take that amount anymore. Well, no, what I instead discovered is when you end the stream, the amount of money it says you get is simply a lie. They just lie to you. They don't count the 30%, I guess, because right now, I have a tab open of the analytics of the first stream on YouTube. So it's been a few days, so it has accurate analytics, right? If I go into the revenue section here, it says estimated revenue, carrying some, really doing some heavy carrying here. $531, Canadian, of course. So from that, it says supers and gifts, $486, again, Canadian. So that means that they did take 30% from it, or at least close to 30%, something like that. There was also $38 that came from memberships, and then $6 from ads, because the ads are worth basically nothing. But, yeah, $486. So I converted that money to American money, and then I also put in the couple other super chats I got from the second stream, and that is the number you're now seeing on screen, is $351. I may have actually forgotten a couple, because... Hold on, how much did I get on the other stream? I got a $2 super chat, a $2 super chat, and a $5 super chat on the second stream. But that's, okay, but these numbers is showing me here on my event log. That's through Streamlabs, so that's not counting the 30%. So I don't actually know how much that is. I would need to open the analytics for that. Okay, well, I can just do that now. That's probably up to date. It's been 2 days. That was $8.77 Canadian. Okay. So that's, what is that American? $5.50? $6? Something like that? Whatever. I'll fix that off stream. All you need to know is the on-screen number is probably within $10 of being correct now. And the reason the goal was raised by $1,000 is because when I first made that, it's okay, I paid $1,600 or something for fixing the computer, and then the vet bill, I'm okay, I think it's gonna be $600 to $800. I'm just gonna put $400 on the goal because I have some sponsorships coming up and that'll cover some of it. And I don't want to do a crazy high number because I'd rather undershoot. I don't know, because if I can make it up through other means, I'll do that. But then I got the pre-surgical consent form today, and it's $1,186. So that's much more expensive than the dental cleaning was a couple years ago. I think that is $400 more than it was last time. $300 or $400 more. And I can't not do that. Like, I'm not gonna let Sabu's teeth just rot out of his mouth. Like, he's got gingivitis. Like, he's like a Himalayan Persian breed. Like, they get tooth problems. It's how it is. So, like, I can't just not do the surgery, and I have it scheduled, and I'm not pushing off the scheduling of it, because I'm not evil. So I upped the goal. So, expect a whole lot of streaming out of me, by God. Oh my God. On the upside, I enjoy the streams. I love RimWorld. I love that this is an excuse to stream more. It means I'm gonna be really busy, but I got the house to myself more often because my girlfriend just started at her new job literally today. She's doing training today, so I got the place to myself a little bit more. So, and today's Pokemon challenge has been going really, really quick. So, yay! Hell yeah, more streams, sad reason. No, it's not sad, it's life, you know? This happens. There is not a single person in the chat who has never had random, really rough bills come up where they gotta help someone in their family. Sabu is definitely my family. And sometimes you gotta work your absolute ass off to fix the problem. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do a GoFundMe where it's just give money. I am going to give back by giving you as many fun videos as I physically fucking can during this time. And then I'm gonna keep streaming after we meet the goal, if we meet the goal, because I want to play RimWorld. Does that make sense? Is that acceptable? Can we move away from money talk now? Sorry, I had to explain it. I mean, it's fucking on screen and it's pretty important. And like, obviously you're gonna ask why it changed, because anytime it's ever changed, people ask. So, that's why. Let's play the game. Okay, first thing I want to do, because I'm gonna keep forgetting if I don't, we gotta rename Arturo. First name we see in the chat is... Bubsy. Because he just sent a... What is that? That's not a... Oh, that's the members thing. I was able to sign back up for the Shadow tier. Finances are finally coming back. Oh, thank you. Hey, don't put yourself in a bad financial position because of me, Bubsy. People were theorizing you were rich on the last stream. And I was theorizing that you're just a normal-ass person who is being too generous. And you should probably take care of you and yours first. I'm sure you are. I don't want to assume otherwise. However, I think you're a normal-ass normal person, and you're just a really good dude. And I infinitely appreciate it. Just never feel like you have to. Okay, let's set up a little bit of lighting in there, because believe it or not, but I think the researchers are gonna want some lighting. Okay, now Millie, it's time for you to really kick into high gear, because we gotta get some research going. Heavy bridge, that's new. You can use this to build a whole colony on water. Right, I remember hearing that's a thing now. Okay, I like that, because I could probably use that to make it so that I could build heavier structures on top of marshes. It requires steel. Okay, not a fun resource to have to spend, but it is what it is. Didn't Noble Apparel used to be up here somewhere? This may have been reorganized a little bit. Yeah, this may have been reorganized a little bit. I'm gonna start learning fishing. Actually, do we need that right? Smithing. Yeah, we're gonna start on smithing. I was gonna do fishing. How we on wood? Not good. I was gonna do smithing, or sorry, fishing, because that's new and exciting. But then I realized, wait a minute, food is actually pretty okay right now. We can hunt, we can grow more rice. Food's not that scary right now. What is scary is this heat wave. Right, that's what I was trying to take care of. Oof. Yeah, we don't even have enough wood for this bed yet. Bubsy's just walking around sweeping dirt off of dirt. Is that really what he's doing? Yup. We can recreate Pacifilog Town in RimWorld. I've never known how to pronounce that place. I always thought that town was cool as hell in Emerald, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, Millie Girl's just studying in the dark. which probably has a work speed penalty, but, like, it's better than nothing. Clean that dirt. The message has been retracted, but I noticed it before it was retracted, so I guess I'll just respond. Someone was asking if I'm gonna be collabing with my girlfriend, like, on the show. No, probably not. She's not like a YouTuber or something. She's like someone I met in real life, you know? You know, kind of like my previous relationship too. Just real life people. I've never dated like a YouTuber or a streamer or anyone. This is my career. It's not her career. She said several times, like, anytime people have brought up the idea of, like, oh, is she gonna be on the show? She is like, I don't want to be on the show. It's just not her thing, you know? She's not even a fan of my show. She thinks my job is cool, but she doesn't, like, sit down and watch my show. No, we met through Hinge. Oh, God. Oh, God, Bubsy's in range of a major mental break. He's hot. He's very uncomfortable. He's in the dark. He's in pain. He slept on the ground. He's soaking wet. He's in ratty apparel. Okay, this isn't good. Is the genetic psychite dependency, and we haven't had any psychite. Has any been harvested yet? How long is that going to take to grow? It's like half grown. Yeah, she lives with me. She gets enough MDB already. She's gonna OD on MDB. Is 10 meals really still enough? Yeah, probably. Millie can handle it. Now that Millie's just going between the research bench and the kitchen most of the time, she doesn't have nearly as much travel time, you know? Like, that's not that bad. That's a pretty short walk. I'd like to put some pathing in so that it's a quicker walk, but that's gonna have to wait until we have some cut stone, because that makes for really good pathing outside. That's not super cleaning heavy, you know? And not flammable. Okay, Subnado, can you, like, finish this bed immediately? Because Bubsy needs to stop sleeping on the kitchen floor. Desperately. He's gonna have a mental break soon. Yeah, get this shit done. Here we go, good quality, good. All right, Bubsy's gonna go eat, good. Is it, like, boiling hot in here? Yeah, the kitchen is good. Because the door to the freezer keeps opening and closing. The freezer is still frozen, which I'm surprised. Sometimes it can't keep up. What's your favorite Tic Tac flavor? Man, I don't think I've had a Tic Tac in half my life. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I got no idea, I'm sorry. Yeah, the what's it called? The, dining room is pretty hot. This room's not super bad. The passive cooler's doing an okay job in Bubsy's new temporary bedroom. Orange is the best Tic Tac. Oh, I remember orange being good. Was there a vanilla one? I like vanilla. Okay, he's getting his comfort up. Okay, so here's how you read this mood menu, by the way. Obviously, the blue number is where they're at. These little ticks here are thresholds of what kind of mental break you could have. So right now, we're above the second tick, so this is in the minor break section. And this arrow down here is the current goal. With their current, stats and all these things put together, this is where their mood is going towards. So we want this to be above all of the ticks, ideally. Unfortunately, he's in minor pain, which I think is permanent because he has a neck scar that aches. Not really much I can do about that. Ratty apparel, don't like that. Soaking wet, don't like that, but that expires pretty soon. And that should be enough to get him above the minor break point. But again, it's going to take time for it to go up. And also, when you're asleep, your mood doesn't change. But at least he's comfortable. Slept in heat, yeah. How's Duncan doing? Duncan's doing okay. He actually likes that he's in serious pain. I guess that helps. Should probably put... Hey, don't we have a spare... We do. We have a spare table. I'm going to install that table in there because this is kind of our temporary prison, and I don't want them eating off the floor forever. Let's get them a wooden stool as well. Do different villagers mind discomforts differently? Yes, depending on their traits and their ideologian to some degree. Like Duncan right now is from a religion that thinks that pain is virtuous. And so the fact that he is in pain right now is actually improving his mood rather than making it worse. Okay, people are starting to wake up. Oh, right, I haven't set... There we go. I gotta set Bubsy's work schedule to be the same as everyone else's. Hey, Bubsy, wake up. There. I want him socializing with everyone else. It'll help his mood. What's he doing? He's playing horseshoes. Good. He's out in the pouring rain, but still. Any beginner tips for non-DLC playthrough? Start your farm really early, like maybe day 2 or 3. Ideally on resource, or what do they call it? Rich soil, which there's a little thing in the bottom right for a fertility overlay. It's this deep green. Start planting some rice on it early, because rice grows really fast, and the harvest is a pretty large quantity, but it's heavily dependent on the quality of the soil. So you don't want to plant that in, like, stony soil. If you just have shitty stony soil, do potatoes, because potatoes don't care much about the nutrients in the ground. But you want to do rice if you have rich soil. And that'll feed a colony pretty well. I might need to start doing more rice, in fact. I'm going to expand that zone a little. There. I'd rather have too much rather than not enough. You know what I mean? And I'm going to mark some of these berry bushes right here for harvest. It's a little bit of easy food. You can even eat it raw if you need to without getting a mood debuff. But, you know, it's better if we cook it into proper meals. More filling, you know? Yeah, also be willing to start at a low difficulty, and if it feels like it's too easy for you at some point, you can change your difficulty in the menu at any time. So don't feel like you have to set it at a difficulty that you want to play at the whole time. You know what I mean? And sure, if you're doing a hardcore start, rice is still good for a quick harvest, despite poor soil quality if you're desperate. That is true, yeah. You're on PS5? Ooh, I have no idea what the PS5 version is like. All I know is that apparently there isn't much DLC, if any, for the console versions. Potato is 100% best food, IRL and in-game. IRL? Potato's pretty fantastic. Supinato, can you finish that, or... Oh, Millie Girl's standing on where the stool would be. Okay. Well, what are you working on next, then? You're hauling the table. Cool, that's fine. We have a lot of things that need cutting, but yeah, Big Game Boy is busy in the farm right now. Well, farming takes priority. It is what it is. What's everyone else up to, though? Period and colon, by the way. Colon? No. Why am I... How am I forgetting the name of the little thing that's not a period that denotes a pause in the sentence? My brain's not working right now. It's one of those days. It's one of those days. The triangle brackets are how you quickly snap between your colonists. By the way, comma, thank you. Period and comma, or the triangle brackets, either one. That's how you snap between your colonists, by the way. Okay, cool. They're working on that. Hauling wood to wooden stool, cleaning dirt, working the farm, researching. Okay, everyone's being pretty productive. Man, this rainstorm is rough. Thunderstorm, too. Okay, I think it's time we start planning out a workshop. It doesn't need to be huge yet, but I'd like there to be room, you know? Are you on top chat or all? Ah, fuck. Let me switch back to live chat. Sorry. It's on live chat now. Thanks for the reminder. Sometimes I forget. I didn't forget last time. Oh! Yaroslav! That's like Yaroslavl, the place in Russia that I always build in a lot in Viki. Okay, Yaroslav is down. He he is not affiliated with any faction, so we can enslave him or recruit him or nurse him back to health and hope he joins peacefully. Mind-shattering pain. He is part of Super Justice. Okay. If he's part of Super Justice, we gotta convert him. He's a body modder, he's kind, and he's tough. He's great at mining, and he's very intelligent, so he's a great researcher. He's also quite artistic and good at crafting. Oh man, I want this guy to join us. He's pretty confident in Super Justice, but we could slowly get him on our side. All right, Millie, you're capturing him. How hurt is he? Oh, he's not bleeding. He's got some nasty cracks in his legs, but it's nothing we can't take care of. He's not bleeding or anything, no open wounds, so we don't need to worry about an infection. All right, Millie's gonna go bring him to the prison. Shoot frenzy on Millie Girl. For the next 8 days, she shoots more accurately. Well, if she's shooting more accurately, I think that means that I've got to mark some more animals for hunting. In fact, I think we're out of meat. Yeah, we're straight up out of meat in the kitchen right now. I'm on it, boss. He sounds wonderful. You know what really sounds wonderful is this butter tart next to me tempting me. I'll eat it later. I'm good. All right, there we go. We have a stool now so that the people in the prison don't need to eat on the floor like savages. It will make them a little happier that they're eating at a table instead of the floor. And there's now a stool, poor quality stool, but it's better than nothing in the laboratory. Now, the laboratory works slower if it's dirty, and having a floor like this is dirty, so I might need to do something about that. Big Game Boy, what are you working on? You chopped the trees, you're harvesting the berries, that's good, that's food. Can you haul some of those berries for me while you're out there? Thank you. How's the heat stroke doing? Initial. Okay, initial heat stroke's not a big deal. They just need to get indoors more often. Why do you tempt yourself like that? Well, I was gonna eat it yesterday, and I just left it on my desk. It's like, it's packaged, so, you know, there's nothing, it's not gonna go bad. I was gonna eat it yesterday, and then I just didn't, because I made a sandwich and I was too full after, so I just didn't eat it. And then it's still sitting there today, and I might get hungry near the end of the stream, but butter tart's not exactly filling. It's a small pastry. I like to get a treat like once a month. And it was a little pack of butter tarts this time. Because they're pretty cheap. They're pretty cheap at Costco. And I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but I grew up with butter tarts. I like butter tarts. Maybe it's a Canadian thing. I mean, it is a Canadian thing, but maybe it's Canadian that I quite like butter tarts. Okay, we gotta mark this guy for conversion. Now, what's his resistance look like? His resistance is 14, so he's gonna take longer to recruit than Duncan will. And hopefully we don't get a prison break, of course. But I can smash that. Sorry, but how do I join the H&H Village? Well, first of all, thank you for the super chat. How do you join the H&H Village? DM me on Discord and say Millie Girl had a strange dream. She saw a black shape unfurling in space and time. Oh, the monolith. Yeah, she wants to research the monolith. Okay. Let me heart that. If I could just DM me. Just DM me and I'll know it's you. Wow, it is 47 Celsius out right now with this heat wave. It is swelteringly hot in this heat wave. This is brutal. Is this room still keeping up? Okay, the prison is still a cool 19 to 20 degrees Celsius. They're doing fine in there. Ooh, this is nightmarish. I can put these walls in for the extra bedrooms, but I don't want anyone living in these rooms yet. It's too fucking hot for that. The console version has 2 DLC, Ideology and Royalty. Okay, those are good DLC. Okay, I say that. There's no bad DLC for this game, but you know what I mean. Okay, how much wood is laying out here? I'm only seeing like 103, and then we got 45 in the storage, so we really do need more. I really want to chop the wood near here, because at least it's quick to haul back, you know? Like, Big Game Boy right now is just trying to pile the wood and get it into storage, which is pretty important. Pretty important job. So it's 2 DLC behind? No, I think it's several. I think it's like 4 DLC behind now. Isn't Odyssey the 6th one? I think. I did the DLC, which is your least favorite? I don't think I have a least favorite, sorry. And I don't know much about Odyssey yet, because I'm so blind on it. Hold on, I gotta update some of these zones. Clear allowed outdoors, you're not allowed in there. And there. Cool. Just had to fix that because the elephant was going into the rooms and then shitting. Don't want him to do that. Yeah, they're like 20 USD each. I think they're like $30 in Canada. Oh, we got a raid from a new group this time. I think it's the Wookiees. Yep, it's a Wookiee. He'll prepare for a while. Okay, that gives us time. Okay, so he's unwaveringly loyal, so we could never recruit him. Man, he's moving fast. He's moving regular speed, maybe. He just feels like he's running fast. We have to worry he can do an animal war crime major break risk on Bubsy. He's gonna go clean out trash. What's he so upset about? Oh, he's riding that line. Yeah, he's riding that line. The heat's really getting to him. Just had to breathe a lot of cool air. Yeah, well, at least if he's inside cleaning, it'll be cooler. I'm getting worried about him. There isn't much I can go manually tell him to do that's gonna make him feel better. I'm gonna just tell him to go eat a meal. It's an excuse to get him indoors. Okay. Greyhound. Melee shooting, animals, plants, intellectual, psychically dull, creepy breathing. Hard worker is a great trait. Incapable of cleaning? Incapable of animals? Yeah, I don't think I care about taking this guy alive, I'm gonna be honest. Bubsy, you still don't have a weapon. You're going for a swim? Maybe that'll help you cool off in this 43-degree weather. Oh, you know what? Poor quality short bow. Yeah, it's not very good, but I just want you to have a weapon already. Okay, Millie girl, you're gonna go play chess? That's fine. I do want you guys to get your recreation in. Supernato's playing horseshoes, Big Game Boy's praying in his room. Look, whatever is gonna get you guys mentally ready for this fight, do it. Supernato's crazy for being out there in the heat right now, I gotta say. But Supernato's in a great mood, so I guess it doesn't matter too much, as long as they don't get heat stroke. Do you not have clothing up yet? No, we don't have our warehouse, or our, what would you call it? Workshop. We don't have a workshop up yet. So, like, I could put a temporary tailor's bench in here, and I think probably I should. We have electricity to here, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Not in a workshop yet. It'll have to do for now. Okay, I think he's gonna attack soonish. Oh, I don't like that. There's a little bit of fire that didn't get put out by the rain. And the rain is over now. Is there any other fire? There's some fire down there. Okay, we gotta keep an eye out. Also, what's our home zone look like? That's a fine enough home zone. Although I don't like that there's no home zone right there. Fix that. Yaroslav can walk again. Okay. Okay, this attack is probably gonna start soon. I'm gonna scramble them as soon as the attack is gonna start. This is why we don't use flame bows in the jungle. I didn't use it, that was a thunderstorm. Okay, assault's starting. All right, we're scrambling the troops. Big Game Boy's being left at home, of course, because he's not a fighter. And Bubsy's not very mobile, so, because he's got a wooden foot. Greyhound's gonna go in for melee here. I don't like this. I want a better view of him before the fight starts. Which way is he gonna go? Is he going around the top? He's going around the top, okay. Here we go. Okay. Supnato, move a little. I don't want you getting hit in collateral. Here we go. Here we go. We've already got him in the shoulder and the torso. Now, these guys are real tanky. These dudes are like Wookiees. Hey! We took him down. I mean, we could enslave him. I don't really want to feed him. That's the problem. And he's not great at a lot of things that I would want him doing. Like, he could work the farm. Although we already have a good farmer. It's an extra guy cutting wood. That is valuable. But we'd have to spend forever converting him first. Fuck it. No, I don't want another mouth to feed right now. Undraft you too. Finish this guy off. And we'll dig a grave up here. Cow 1 has given birth, yay! There, okay, Millie Girl can go back to sleep. And we'll take care of the body in the morning. People need their sleep. All right, that went fine. Does he have any clothes? No, Wookiees don't wear clothes. I never remember what the name of this race actually is. I mean, they're Wookiees. They're just not called Wookiees. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Someone taught me how to pronounce it like a year ago. Oh, heat wave is over, it says. Thank God. Now it's like 16 degrees out and foggy raining. Okay, look, all that matters is the temperature is gonna be normal now. People can start chilling out a bit more. Okay, Bubsy's gonna go sleep, I'm guessing? Yeah, although it's like morning now. Yeah, Yitakin. Is that how you say that? I don't even know. Does anyone know how you're supposed to say that? It's a mystery. All right, Big Game Boy is hauling some wood. That's important. And he's already chopping. He must have full recreation. Yeah, if people are satisfied with the recreation, but it's the recreation part of the day, cancel Tailor Workbench. No, there's no reason to cancel that. We can always just move it once we have a proper place for it. Yeah, if you already have your recreation full, but it's the recreation part of the day, they just start working early, which is good. Okay, he fueled up the generator. Good. Never want that running out. Okay, Soupnado, you're eating a meal. Cool. Can you go dig the grave? I just want the body taken care of. Cowan's pregnant. Sweet. Nutrient consumption not high enough. Okay, we need to expand the pen soon. Okay, the grave is dug, and Big Game Boy is already burying the body. Perfect. I said Big Game Boy is burying the body. He dropped it near the graveyard. Okay, there we go. It's taken care of. And Big Game Boy, while you're at it, before you milk the cow, just haul the medicine inside. I don't want it out there rotting. Edakin. Edakin or Edakin? What do you think? And I will expand the fence here. There. Shame you can't use dead body for fuel, Jesus. Alright, Soupnado's putting that stuff in. That's good. I mean, the temperature in here is actually reasonable now. So that's good. We could actually start using these bedrooms soon. We're gonna need a lot of wood to build a lot of this stuff, though. That's the problem. So we need a lot of people out there chopping. And by a lot of people, I mean it's basically just Big Game Boy's job. He's hauling and he's chopping a lot. Our jobs are pretty spread thin. Cooking 4 meals, good. Millie's gonna go cook up some more food for us in a batch. Always important. Where's Millie going to? Oh, gonna go collect some milk from the other place. Okay. I think our food is low. Wow, yeah. No, our ingredients are really low. I gotta probably put a fence around this whole area so that wild animals don't keep eating the crops while it's growing. Well, That's a lot of berry bushes. That'd be a lot of hauling. You know what? We need more hunting done. There. I set up a lot of hunting jobs there for Millie to take care of. So we can bring more meat in. You know what? When you're done cooking that... Okay, good. You're already butchering. Good, because she already hunted a boar the other day. Oh, Jesus. I just got... Okay, so this one came in through Streamlabs. $200 by Busby is me. I had two things I wanted to say real quick. My name is pronounced Busby. Is that... Hold on, was I saying that wrong before? I'm not sure. I might have been. My name is pronounced Busby. Doesn't really bother me. I just figured I'd let you know. Second, I'm a totally normal guy, not rich. NB knows I went through a rough patch and couldn't support, but I can now. Yes. And I stand by what I said before, by the way, that you absolutely never need to donate. I very much appreciate it. Obviously, the generosity does help me. However, I don't want you getting into a rough patch because you're helping a stranger on the internet. You know what I mean? Obviously, you care about my problems, and that means a lot to me. However, I care about your problems too, and I don't want you putting yourself or your family in a bad spot for me. But thank you. I really do appreciate it. I hope this doesn't come across as like me scalding you or anything, because I'm not. Just, I care about you too. Thank you, though. Thank you. And I'm happy we finally have someone named after you. It's a shame that you have a wooden foot. Maybe one day we can get you a cool bionic foot instead, then you'll be faster than everyone else. We also gotta get you a real weapon, because this poor quality short bow is not cutting it. Like, you're out trying to hunt right now, you're already not a great suited for hunting, because like, yeah, you're a good shot, don't you dare accidentally hit that gorilla. Oh, cool! Just as I was saying you're not great for hunting because you're kind of slow and you don't have a good weapon, just as I say that, you got the kill shot on that boar. And you chased it to the village, so it's less of a job to haul it to the kitchen. That was awesome. All right, well, you're helping with the food then. Think you need to cut off the rest of the leg for a bionic foot? We do, yeah. But, I mean, if we have a good quality surgeon, then there isn't really any risk in that. Now, realistically, how having one bionic leg would make you run faster, I'm not sure. I feel like that would probably cause more problems than it would solve. I can see how having two bionic legs would make you run faster, but wouldn't you also need bionic hips? Probably. Your rough patch came from you getting injured on the job? Oh, fuck, that sucks. You're back to work and everything's good, thank you, though. Well, I'm happy you're back at work. I hope you made a full recovery. Because, like, dude, I know how that is. Getting injured, it pulls you away from work, and then you just kind of have to go back early when you're not fully healed yet, because, like, you gotta work. Like, you guys already know when that happened to me. You guys know my lore. Oh, yeah, and if you like the stream, like, the physical like button, if you hit the like button on the stream, and if you vote on the poll, then YouTube tells more people that this stream exists. Legitimately. Last week's stream had more than double as many people as the previous stream. And that's literally from you guys. Like, I didn't do anything. That was you guys liking the stream and engaging with the poll. Because I have no control over that. I sent out the same notifications I was sent out. It was at I think the same time of day as before. That was literally just you liked the stream and it helped. Are they... Okay, they're just building the rest of the fence. Cool. That's pretty important. What is Big Game Boy doing? He's... Oh! We got our first harvest of heal root! Look at that! So now we have some cheap, easy medicine. It'll be great for when we have not very serious wounds and we don't want to spend the good medicine on it. It'll be good for tending to animals. It'll be good for tending to prisoners, where we don't want to spend the good medicine on them. And I do believe you can use herbal medicine in conjunction with some other drug you can buy to make better medicine. So, like, there's a lot of value here. Busby, real quick, just haul a big patch of this inside. I don't like it sitting out there in the rain. Then he can get back to it. There's a tiger. Yeah, I kind of want to, like, tame a tiger. I don't know if we're a good enough animal handler for that yet. That's a Game Boy job, right? You know what? 13 is really good with animals. He probably could do it. I just hate that he's a slowpoke. It's a really bad trait in general, because it lowers your movement speed, and movement speed's a big deal in this game. He's just less efficient at everything because of that. But I guess with some jobs like working the farm, movement speed isn't as big of a deal. It's a pretty small amount of travel between where you're sewing and where you're cutting and everything. It just sucks that he's also a, he's also pretty much our main hauler. And hauling obviously is heavily reliant on movement speed, because it's logistics, it's just moving things from one place to another. Okay, he's gonna go eat, that's great. What is this, stone brick? I might pick that up at some point. Nice shot! Wow, that was a headshot. Millie nailed that one from so far away in the rain. Oh, Busby is at critical, okay. Oh God, I feel like he's really the first guy who's gonna mentally break. We gotta get him non-tattered apparel. He's our crafter, right? And this is finally done now. Okay, here's something we're gonna do. I like button-down shirts. So we're gonna do button-down, and we're gonna do pants. These are the most important immediate things for us. I don't wanna make it out of anything expensive. We're gonna do until we have 4 people in the colony right now. I need 4 of them that are at least normal quality, not tattered, so we gotta go to 51%. We're going to count equipped ones. So by setting this up the way I did, here's a pro tip for you guys. By setting up this up the way I did, where it's do until you have X, I pick the number of colonists we have. I pick 51% hit points or higher, so 50 is tattered. People don't like wearing tattered clothing. I have normal quality or higher, because poor quality and lower is tattered as well. And I count equipped. So what this work order will do is anytime we have anyone in the colony, or at least not enough pants for everyone in the colony to have standard quality or non-tattered, our crafters will know to go ahead and make more pants. We're gonna do the same thing with shirts here. Do until we have 4, count equipped, only normal quality and non-tattered. And a required skill like 2 or something. And I don't want them searching across the whole map for it. Cool, so we gotta make 2 shirts and 1 pants to meet all the requirements. After that, I'm probably making like cowboy hats and dusters, because they help you with heat resistance a little bit, so they're gonna be pretty nice in the jungle. But first, I just want the basics. I want the pants and the shirts. Can we make skirts or kilts? Unless they changed it. Not looking like it. Not looking like it. Cowboy hats are good, though. They do give you a little bit of heat resistance. Big Game Boy's out working when he should be sleeping. Sometimes you gotta draft and undraft someone so that they reprioritize what the hell they're doing. Okay, Bubsy's taking a meal into his inventory. Good. I wish he would carry one more often. Oh, Busby, I'm so worried about him. Wait, did I write Bubsy there? Fuck. Sorry. That was a typo. I think I've been saying the name right the whole time, but I wrote it wrong. Sorry. At least you can rename people whenever you want in this game. Alright, fast forward through the night. Oh, I'm so happy the heat wave is over. That was really bad. How's Yaroslav going? He's healing pretty well. Severe pain, but he likes pain. You're calling me Bubsy, that's why. Oh, fuck. Sorry. I think there has been someone in the community in the past called Bubsy, so that doesn't help either. I think I use those names interchangeably. Fucks me up. Sorry. You gotta imagine it's really hard to play horseshoes when you're lobbing your horseshoes over a bamboo tree. Probably should put that somewhere better. Man, it is always raining. It's almost like this is a rainforest or something. Okay, Millie, what are you doing? You're praying in your room. That's fine. Oh, you know what, Millie? I need to have you occasionally try and convert people. Try and convert... Ooh, it'll reduce Yaroslav by a lot. We'll have you try and convert him. Every 3 days she can do one of those abilities, so I should have her use it a little more often. Wasn't Bubsy the name of some really bad old platformer? Whew! We got him from 57 to only 8 certainty. So we can convert him pretty soon. That was awesome. That was totally worth it. Ever played Danganronpa? No, I have not. I've seen screenshots of Danganronpa. I think I just made a pair of pants? Oh no, that's some old tattered pants, okay. Tattered apparel. What is he wearing? Gear. Okay, your pants are fine, you just need a new shirt. Your shirt's what's tattered. All right. Can we make a new short bow over here? I want one that's not terrible quality. Oh, Busby's making his own shirt, cool. Conversion, yay, Yaroslav was converted. Okay, let's immediately get him on recruit. Bubsy 3D, notoriously terrible game for the N64. Got compared to a tech demo. Yeah, I remember YouTubers used to make videos on that like a decade ago. Oh, the kitchen is getting really dirty. Is it V? No, it's G? It's G to see what rooms are. Yeah, very dirty. I don't want, yeah, I don't want, like, food poisoning. Where's anyone who could help with this? She's still trying, oh God, she's so busy. She's so busy. The wardens are always so busy. At least we have 2 good quality wardens. So we can kind of split the workload a little bit. All right, Millie Girl's in the freezer right now, butchering up more boars, making sure we have a good meat supply. Hey, that meat supply is really what's keeping us going right now while we wait for the crops. You're right, PS1. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was PS1. I like to think that every time we try to convert them, it just sounds like this.
I took a mint.
Help yourself. That is what they're there for.
Every day, we walk into that prison and just hope that what they will say to us is, I took a mint. And when Hakeem says back, help yourself, that is what they are there for. That is the day that we know that we have truly converted them. What is that? That's steel? Okay, just a tiny, tiny bit. We're almost out of steel, aren't we? 115. We're gonna have to start mining for it soon. Well, that's definitely a Busby job. And I guess we're gonna mine right here first because it's pretty close to the storage room. Oh, we're done. That. Let's mark that for deconstruction. There we go. Now they can go eat the stuff down here as well. Now they've got, yeah, they have enough food now. They have enough nutrition growth that they'll be okay on their own. Perfect. What's she doing? She's gonna go refuel passive cooler. I guess the passive coolers are eating a lot of wood, aren't they? Probably slowing down our construction. Detected log site near Miasma Rig. They have 300 wood. I'm not robbing that. 300 wood? Are you kidding me? Big Game Boy could cut well over 300 wood in one day. I'm not gonna go send a raiding party for that. That's crazy. Okay, so what's he gonna do after he plants this heal root? Because he is doing so much farming out there. His plant work is great. He's just gonna haul this. Good. That's what I wanted him to do if he didn't have a more important job. Looks like a lot of the rice is almost fully grown, so we can get another rice harvest soon. Do you sell pottery brick on your soundboard? As if you need to ask. Why would I ever get rid of it? down to a minor break risk. He's actually at no break risk right now. Not by much, though. He's kind of hovering that line. Really, we need to make him like Psychite tea and stuff. He would really like that, but it's taking a while to grow. Do I need, like, drug production for that? I do. I do. That's gonna have to wait. Hey, Big Game Boy, while you're here, can you just clean the disgusting kitchen? Thank you. Hi, chat. Hi, Breadman. Hi, Dickerman Filmy Cora. Great name. Drug the mentally ill guy's tea. No, oh, hey, you can actually see his new shirt here. Is it made out of lizard skin? I think it is. Good quality lizard skin button-down shirt that's made of tortoise skin, then. Okay, that's pretty cool. And right now he's making a chinchilla fur button-down shirt. That is gonna be the softest shirt ever. Lord only knows how many chinchillas had to be killed to have enough fur for a whole button-down shirt, but Busby's on it. He's making sure that we have decent clothing. And hey, if we have any spare clothing, we can always sell it. Good quality clothing is a good moneymaker in this game. Don't know if you remember, but my name used to be You Got Peed On. Okay, I remember that someone used to be called You Got Peed On. I'm happy you told me that was you. So here's the thing. I've had this rant before. I'm sure you guys, some of you have heard this one. I'm really good at remembering that somebody has a new username and that they used to be someone else in the community. What I'm not good at remembering is who used to be who. So I will remember for the rest of the time that You Got Peed On has a new username, and I will remember for the rest of time that Busby was one of those old names, but I will never remember that those two people are the same person. Like, it's so hard, man. I'm 15 years in full-time. I've seen a million usernames, and I'm really good at remembering little things about people. I'll remember the country you're from if you tell me. I'll remember individual moments you were there for and stuff like that. And I will remember that you used to have a different name. Hernandez Punchdick wasn't always called Hernandez Punchdick in the chat. He used to be called something else, but I don't remember which one he used to be. Me and him have had this conversation. Used to be Dark Fate, now you're Blackfire? Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, no, I do remember Dark Fate. Isn't that what your name was in the previous RimWorld playthrough? I think it was. Weren't you, you were one of the wasters in that, right? I think you were a farmer. If I remember right, you might have been the one who went into a coma for a while until we got Psychite. That, or was that the other waster? Maybe. For the most part, they're their own separate entity. Yeah. Yeah. Dark Fate was the goat of the previous playthrough. I've always been Millie Girl 2005. Yeah. We did have a Dark Fate in the last RimWorld. Yeah, that is true. One point in time, Hernandez Punchdick was just Hernandez, and Punchdick was a title bestowed on him by the Queen. I think it was actually bestowed on him by Carlson. I'm referencing a stream from, I think, 14 years ago, by the way, of Mountain Blade with Fire and Sword. That's what Hernandez Punchdick comes from. That was the name of her character in that game. And so the person who named themselves after Hernandez Punchdick was doing a throwback to a really, really, really old show meme. And they probably shouldn't have done that, because although I will always remember that they're an old school MDB viewer, I'm never gonna remember which one they were now. Because they changed the name. Aw, Millie Girl's having a sad wander because of poor mood. At least she's doing it in the base. Would have been a lot worse if she was in the middle of nowhere having a sad wander. So I'm a sad wander lasts a while too. Eating a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper tonight, just like Smokey and the Bandit. I can't read the word Diablo without thinking Diabolo because of My Immortal. That story forever ruined the word Diablo to me. I'm sad. Why are you sad? Yeah, you tell us, Millie. Why are you having a sad wander? Because the game alleges it's because you want Hakim apparel. You're in the dark. You're hungry. You're greedy, so you want a better bedroom. You're soaking wet. You're pretty bummed you failed to convert a guy, even though he got converted right after. You don't like your bedroom. Your expectations are getting a little higher, I guess, and it's not fulfilled. Okay, Millie, I gotta, like, beautify your room a bit. It's really hard to make it impressive until we're making art is the problem. Like, what can I really do to make your room impressive? I could do a flower pot, but that doesn't really add a whole lot of beauty. And it's maintenance. I'm not sure what I could do. A column, I think, adds a tiny bit of beauty, but it's not really the primary use. Flower pot or pillar? Is there really nothing better I could be doing? Pillars are good. Well, okay, if we make a pillar out of something like marble, we could make it pretty beautiful. We're so limited with it, art. You know, we could do a rustic rug. God, that is an ugly color, though. We could do a mint rug, but we don't have cloth. You can only do that with cloth, not leather. We gotta start growing cloth, then. This might be too much work for our, for one farmer, but we're gonna do a small field of cloth that we'll start planting. Pots can be moved later, otherwise silver furniture. Yeah. Silver furniture, though. I don't know if we can justify spending that kind of silver. Ooh. I'm gonna mark that steel for hauling now, because we're pretty low again. We're really low again. I think that might be the last of the steel before we start deconstructing spaceship chunks. Oh, there's a random couple... Oh, those are gonna decay in, like, half a day. I'll leave them alone. Oh, she stopped her sad wander. She has a major break risk, but she's eating, so hopefully that'll help. And she's gonna go sleep. Yeah. Sleep this off, Melly. Just, go get some rest. You need it. I think you need a day off. All right, she's sleeping. That's fine. She's the person with the least immediately necessary job outside of, like, cooking is pretty important. But, like, we can handle her taking a half day, maybe. You know, like, we'll let her have a half day, then we'll tell her to get up and do a little bit of cooking, and then we're kind of good for the day. You know? We have a lot of meat right now. She's been butchering a lot, so I'm not too worried. So what's Busby up to? He's still making clothing. He's making some lizard skin pants. Is that, like, what The Undertaker wore that one time? Do you have an idea, Legend? Yeah. Yeah. Floor panels out of wood? Oh, No, the only one we can do is rustic rug, because we didn't take the totemic one, or the animalistic one that I normally do, or else you could make this really beautiful art on the floor that's like animal designs, you know? I would do that. I would gladly do that, but we cannot. Okay, Busby is back to sweeping, because he is done with the construction right now, or the crafting at least, so the clothing is all good. That's good. We do need someone cleaning. It doesn't seem like the most important job in the world, but if you got no one cleaning, it really does cause issues. Plus, it's a job that keeps him around the base, so that he can duck inside if he needs to. If he needs to go eat, he's never too far from the kitchen, you know. It's a pretty chill job. Okay, we're really low on wood again. We're always really low on wood. Holy shit. How about we chop a bunch of wood that's in this high quality soil area, just to get the trees out of there ahead of time. We have so many macaw, yeah. And we're gonna harvest those berries for quick food. But it looks like Big Game Boy is already got some rice. So I'm gonna tell him to haul that to the kitchen right now, so that we can cook with that. How we doing on meals? 11. We're good on meals right now. Cool. And Big Game Boy's back to working the farm. Good. That's an important job. What's he doing? Where's he going? He's gonna go milk a cow. Okay. Well, the milk is food that can be eaten raw. Although I think in real life, raw milk is kind of dangerous. I think you usually gotta boil it first. You know, to kill the bacteria in it. Otherwise, it might give you an uppy tummy. All right, he's planting all of the silk. I'm sorry, cotton. You don't plant silk. Pasteurize the milk. I always know exactly how anyone wants me to say it when they type 3 words, and the middle one is like that, and there's an exclamation point. How about Dwarf Fortress gameplay? I did a Dwarf Fortress playthrough. I'd like to go back to it one day. It was before the Steam release. I could probably convince Truth to come with me on it, on the Steam release. However, he's more a fan of the original. Because the thing that fucks him up about the Steam release is the hotkeys are different. And he's been playing Dwarf Fortress, like the original, for a very long time. So, like, he's just used to it. Do you like the Red-Green show? How can I not? What Canadian does not love the Red-Green show? That's like the peak of Canadian culture. Drink your milk and say your prayers? Now, I don't know for sure if you're trying to quote Hogan, but he didn't say drink your milk. He said eat your vitamins and say your prayers. But everything has to do with wrestling, so I'm just gonna assume that that is a wrestling reference. Oh, short bow made? Good quality, okay. Busby switching out the poor quality bow for a good quality one. It's still not, like, awesome, but it's better. It is noticeably better. Like this hour has 22 minutes. I'm gonna be honest, don't think I ever watched that show. I know the show exists. I know the name of it more than I know what it is. Okay, haul some of that wood. Haul that wood. Okay, we have like tons of wood over there now. And so, we will construct. I'm gonna do the laboratory floor first. I feel like our base is so under-constructed, you know? Let's plan more. Steam vent right there, so I don't want to build too close to that. I feel weird building over the road here, but, like, maybe I should. Kids in the hall's great. Maybe I build into this area more? I don't know. I'm making things too compact. I don't need to make things this compact. I know I'm boxed in a little bit by this marsh. We have a lot of marshy soil, actually. Boxes is sin. Welcome to jungles. Maybe this becomes the beginnings of our workshop. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's where we go with that. Okay, well, the temperatures down here are fine for now because we're in Juggist. Which is not the hottest of months. Wait, isn't it the hottest of months? I don't know. I don't remember exactly how the months work in this game. There's 4 seasons. Each one is 15 days. I remember it works that way. I don't remember if this game has a northern and southern hemisphere mechanic or not. Huh. Only 2 Canadian shows you know are Angela Anaconda and Clone High. Well, the original season of Clone High is awesome. I haven't heard anything good about the new season. And then Angela Anaconda is like the worst thing we've ever done to humanity. I mean, it's not as bad as Hose Hounds, but like, we didn't give the rest of the world Hose Hounds. We gave the rest of the world Angela Anaconda. So like, you don't know what Hose Hounds is, and that's for the better. But you do know what Angela Anaconda is, and I'm sorry. The game has the hemispheres if the world is big enough. That's so cool. Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys. Like how 2 people immediately knew that quote. I mean, my favorite quote with Clone High growing up was, "Did you see the pool? They flipped the bitch." Wasn't Angela Anaconda and Digimon a thing? Yes, that is the worst thing that Canadians have ever done. Like, ignore all the war crimes or whatever. The worst thing Canada's ever done to the world is we put, like, 15 minutes of Angela Anaconda at the beginning of the first Digimon movie. Like, I kind of feel like our government should come out and apologize for that. Like, that should be a point of national shame. You know? Some other countries, they did, like, some bad things, I guess. You know, like, okay, some bad things happened in Cambodia, some bad things happened in Russia, some bad things happened in Germany. None of them put 10 minutes Angela Anaconda at the beginning of the Digimon movie. That's all I'm saying. I grew up with that show. I know how bad it is. Y'all are forgetting Total Drama. Shake my head. Total Drama was all right. That was an all right show. Same with, what was it, 16? That show was fine. Same animators, I think. I'd imagine it had to be. Maybe I should tame some beamalope. Yeah, they shoot laser beams. Some boomalope. You can milk them for chem fuel. It's just I don't really have a burning need for chem fuel this file, you know? You hoard all the maple syrup. That's not true. We sell all the maple syrup. That shit's like gold. What's the nickname for maple syrup in the maple syrup industry here? It's something like golden oil. And to be wants a formal apology for Angela Anaconda, and that's the molehill he'll die on. I mean, I was saying that Canada should apologize to the rest of the world for it, but I mean, yeah, I would like an apology for it. I mean, I saw that show. There wasn't anything better to watch when you were sick. Like, what are you gonna do? Watch Hose Hounds? Yes, and that was also bad. Zamir's MDB a bit quiet. I'm always quieter on the stream. This is basically as loud as I can be without peaking the mic. But if you watch the recording of it later on the streaming channel, I will have already been able to process the audio through the loudness maximizer tool in Adobe Audition, and that will make me louder. That's why you always want to watch that version, and not the version on the live page on this YouTube channel. I mean, if you're watching it live, then you got no choice. But I mean, like, afterwards, it'll still be up on the live part, but if you watch the recording of it that goes up on the streaming channel, link in the description, then the audio will be better. That's just because a file that is already finished, like an audio file that's already finished, you can just run that through like a filter that makes the quieter parts louder and the louder parts quieter, and it sounds great. Whereas, like, I do have some effects turned on right now that make the quieter parts louder and the louder parts quieter. It's like dynamic compression. But dynamic compression is never going to be as accurate and as good as simply having a filter fix up the audio after it's already been recorded. Because then it doesn't need to anticipate anything, you know? There's no release time or whatever. Like, it can just... It's an already recorded file. It knows exactly what volume it is at all times. And so it can adjust it based on perfect information. And that is why in recorded videos, I usually sound a lot better. Just the volume is better, you know? But I do run it through some stuff to try and get it sounding as good as I can live. I also have a mild de-esser because I kind of whistle my S's a little bit when I talk, and it's very harsh to listen to. So for the sake of myself and editing, and you as the viewer, I have a mild de-esser effect that takes a little bit of the harshness out. I had to turn it down recently, actually, because once in a blue moon I do a voiceover for a Pokemon challenge, and it sounded like I had a lisp. But no, that was the de-esser effect just being too harsh. And it wasn't usually too harsh, but I think if I'm talking a little bit off axis of the mic, it does become too muffled. You know what I mean? Both RimWorld versus Dwarf Fortress, which one do you guys prefer more? It's kind of apples to oranges, you know? Thinking of buying both right now, looks fun. If you're starting with one, start with RimWorld. It is definitely harder to learn Dwarf Fortress. That said, Dwarf Fortress is worth putting the effort into learning. It's a fantastic video game. One of a kind. Quest available. We have 4 days to accept this. Okay, it's the Imperium, the Exodus Imperium. Exodus Pro? Whoa, that's a wrestling company out of Ohio, I think. Requesting that you build a monument in honor of to honor the work of the archaeologists. A 7x4 made of metallic, woody, or stony material. But a lot of this, it specifically seems to want stone. We have to build it within 12 days. That's a lot of labor. And we don't have cut stone yet. Although I guess we could start cutting stone. Nothing's stopping us at this point. I'll get a stone cutter table. This room is so packed. Okay, we got the floor put in there. Let's start fixing up the other rooms more. All right, we're getting beds in all those other rooms now. We're going to start using them. Dwarf Fortress is the kind of game where you have to learn a bunch of simple mechanics, but so many of them you have to learn at the same time. There's truth to that. Also, that a lot of it is not intuitive. You need to do a lot of research. But the game is fantastic. Okay, I want to make... Okay, Vaxstone is new. That's interesting. I'll look into that in a bit. Do until you have, I'm going to say 2 hundo, just a small amount for now. Not unlimited range game. Let's... Even that's excessive. We'll do like 50. There. You love getting ads in streams because it means I'm getting paid? Yeah, but the ads... Okay, legit, I'll finish one of these streams. It'll be up on the live page, so half the ad money comes in from that, half the money comes in from people watching it later. It'll be $6. Canadian $6. Like, it's nothing. So, like, yeah, you're supporting me, but also just use ad block. I really, 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 really don't mind. Just whatever way you have the most fun with, do that. All right, haul that rice. Haul that rice. There we go. I just want it in the kitchen so that Soupnado's not, or Millie Girl's not walking across the whole world. All right, she's in her little research lab, which is much nicer than before. It's at least clean now. It's boring looking, whatever. Oh, is this song new? I don't think this one used to be in the game. Sounds new. Hauling 3 wood. How about you haul all the wood you can carry, and then you haul it from the stock room to there, because it's in the way anyway. That seems a lot more efficient, Soupnado. That'll save you probably hours of work when you have to travel back and forth. And Game Boy, haul the rest of that. I just want to get all that in the shed already. Oh, thank you. Arctic. That might not even be English. Hold on, give me a second. I want to get this right. Arctic Catro. Arctic Catro with the €5. Enjoyed the Haven and Hearth stuff. Here's some cheddar. Thank you, I appreciate that. And you know what? I ate some cheddar earlier today. It was delicious. I had what's it called? A baguette. So I cut that up. Oh, it was so good. I cut it in half, right? Then, I cut it in half like lengthways because I was making sandwich for me and one for my girlfriend, so like a 6-inch. Then cut it in half lengthwise, obviously. I'm making a sandwich here. I take some Dijon mustard and some mayo, not real mayo, like whipped dressing mayo. I put it in a ramekin, mix it together a little bit, spread that across both sides of like the insides of the bread. I make sure to rip out a little bit of the bread so that, 1, a little bit less calories, 2, you can fit your toppings in there better. Use some Black Forest ham, a little bit of Swiss, a little bit of cheddar. She just went with the Swiss. She's big into Swiss. Chopped up some tomato, spread that across it, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, put the sub bread together. I roll it up in some parchment paper. Then I take a big, heavy cast iron pan and I flatten it so it's nice and flat like sub bread. Slice it in half, unroll it from its paper. You got such a nice homemade sub. So easy too. It took me like less than 10 minutes to make a nice breakfast for the both of us. And I hope that is keeping her full because she's out at work right now. On her first day of training. It's her first day of training right now at work. So she's pretty excited. It's a half day, but she went super early today because she's just super pumped for it. Sub, I'm one of them. You could mean that multiple ways, and I'm not even gonna investigate. Training retro, hold on. Haul that rice. Haul that rice. Man, this is too much labor for one farmer. All Big Game Boy does anymore is farm, and we also need him to be chopping trees, you know? It's just too much work for him. We really do need some help on the farm. Dude, if we had some, like, pickles, I would love to put that on. Also, I'd love to put some lettuce on. We just don't have any right now. If only you saved that other guy? Yeah, but he was unwaveringly loyal is the problem. Which I know that sounds like it's a good thing. It's not. Unwaveringly loyal. Oh, he's gonna convert soon. Unwaveringly loyal means that he will never join our colony. You could make him a slave, but he will never join the colony as, like, a full member. Oh, there we go. Retro knows how to guard. So his master has to be Big Game Boy because it has to be someone good with animal handling. Okay. He is going to follow him while doing field work and while drafted. So now when Retro's out trying to tame animals and stuff, or sorry, when Retro's trying to tame animals, when Big Game Boy's out there trying to tame animals, Retro will be bodyguarding him. And also he'll be bodyguarding him when we're drafted and fighting. So Big Game Boy's got a bodyguard now, and it's a fucking elephant. Probably focus on hall training next? Yeah, probably. It takes a while, but it's worth it. I set that as the next thing he's trained in. Oh yeah, Busby, we can move your bedroom now. Ugh, wood is always such a problem. Just chorp all of it. I'm trying to mostly chop trees that are near the storage so that there's less travel time, you know? And if the wood's gonna lay on the ground for a few days, I'd rather it lay somewhere near where we're gonna be constructing with. All that rice. How much needs to be hauled still? Ship to the stars. Yeah, we don't even need to look at that. That's one of those win condition quests, which means we'll probably never get around to it. Everyone needs a leg day in the colony. I mean, I feel like every day is leg day in this colony. Everyone's walking so much. Okay, I'm not going to use the convertibility this time because he's so close to converting anyway. Don't want to waste it in case, like, what if there's a raid, someone gets really messed up, and we need her to preach health to them? You know, I think Yaroslav's going to join us in, like, a week, maybe. Prison break intervals, 58 days, 64 days. Not liking it. All right, more beds getting done. That's great. Do we have, like, no bad beds anymore? Good. I don't want any bad quality beds, you know? We just don't need that anymore. Have you considered being healthy? I mean, I eat pretty healthy, and I do work out 5 times a week. I guess you could say I work out 7 days a week if you count, like, physiotherapy and stretching, but I don't really count that. I mean, I lift weights 5 times a week. But have I considered being healthy in terms of my spine? No, I never really considered that. Millie, if you could just preach health on me to fix my neck and the nerve issues, I'd really appreciate that, because I'm a little sore right now, but, like, work's gotta get done. No, that's me preaching health. I don't know, I feel like I'm not feeling the preaching part. I feel like you're just telling me to be healthy, you know? Okay, can you, Supnado, can you just clean the barracks real quick on your way out? I want to keep the prison pretty clean. Okay, the certainty on Duncan's really low. He'll get converted next time she attempts. Then we can start the recruitment attempts on Duncan. Try and do a short workout every day. Hey, it's not a bad idea. You probably should give yourself recovery days, but as long as you're, like, rotating your body parts, then you are giving them time to recover. I do push and pull days with different body parts, right? So I don't have like a dedicated leg day, a dedicated arm day, that kind of thing. It's like Monday, Wednesday, Friday all have leg exercises. But like some are push, some are pull. It's different muscle groups, right? So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm doing lunges, but on 2 days a week, it's gonna be dynamic lunges. And then on the off day thing, it's gonna be static lunges. And then those alternate week by week. So the next week it would be 2 days of static, 1 day of dynamic. And on the static lunge days, I also do squats. And likewise, like, you know, I'm doing shoulder press on, this week it's gonna be Monday, Friday, is like my shoulder press stuff. And on the Wednesday is the pull day for the same motion. So that's like pull downs. Because it's the same motion, but it's a pull rather than a push. And then next week it would be 2 days of pull downs and 1 day of shoulder press. And those alternate. And then Tuesday, Thursday are always the same thing. That is core flexion, carries, and I also do the McGill Big 3, which is like a physiotherapy kind of thing. Which everyone really probably should be doing the McGill Big 3. It's very quick and easy to learn how to do those, and you'll make progress really fast. And it's just body weight. You just lay down on the ground and do it. SMG, so much gun. That's what I used to always say when I'd play Payday 2 on stream. Hey, Oltinator. Oltinator, don't I know you from, I want to say Dev's community? Or is it Arches? I don't remember which. However many veggies you're eating, double it and eat them raw. Do high-intensity cardio as well. Listen to metal. I didn't... Oh, listen to... I thought... For a second, I thought there's someone in the chat called Metal, and you were telling me to listen to their device. Raw veggies? Yeah, you should have some raw veggies. There's nothing wrong with cooked veggies, although cooked veggies, I do believe you lose some nutrients in that. But still, not a big deal as long as you're having a good amount of veggies. I recommend you also have something like Metamucil every day. Some kind of fiber supplement. Most people would benefit from that, and it's not gonna break the bank, especially if you get it in bulk. Yeah, whatever veggies you're eating, double it. That's... I'd say most of the time, yeah, that's probably a pretty good idea. Most people don't eat enough veggies. I know that I don't. I get in and out of good amounts of veggies, obviously. I'm not perfect with it. Both communities been part for like a decade. Awesome. Yeah, most people need to eat more veggies. Fruit's not bad either. Obviously, it's more calories than veggies, but it's still not breaking the bank on calories, and fruit's great for you. Double it, eat a raw. High-intensity cardio. Yeah, you really should be doing some high-intensity cardio every week. It's really good for you. You don't need to be like some super turbo athlete. Something as easy as like high knees a couple times a week. Just getting your heart rate up. Just getting your heart rate up like that is gonna do you a lot of good. I'm gonna start putting in some basic flooring here for a slight amount of movement speed. But also flooring up that room because I want Busby to move into his own room. Might make some after the stream, hell yeah. Call me God of Death because I freaking love apples. Is that a Death Note reference? Now, apples are great for you, especially if you're having like a nice hearty, fibrous apple. Really fibrous apples are awesome for you. And they're so easy, just pick up and go, give it a little rinse, I guess depending on if your apples are pre-washed or not, depending on where you're buying them. Will this medicine cure Amphi? No. I see. Okay, I'm doing a Pokemon Gold run, like literally today. I was doing it earlier, and I'm going to be doing it again after the stream. And I can't get to that part of the game without hearing Fury's voice in my head from, like, I don't know, 13 years ago. Don't worry, MDB, I get my heart rate up. I can watch the news. Yeah, that'll do it. If you really want to get your heart rate up, do high knees while you're watching the news. That'll fucking do it. I'm sore right now. And I'm getting a little bit of the chest tightness because I know my neck is getting bad, and that's what happens. It's like a nerve thing. Like, my nerves get compressed in my collarbone. It's a cervical radiculopathy. Okay, well, my physiotherapist called it cervical radiculopathy, but I think it's because she's Irish. I'm not sure what pronunciation I'm supposed to be saying. I have no idea. But, yeah, it's uncomfortable. I don't want to stop yet, though. I'm having fun. I want to go at least another half an hour. I can do another half an hour. I won't die yet. I'll live for like at least 10 more seconds. It'll be fine. All right, they're going to bed. Okay, first of all, we're reinstalling this over here. Because we're gonna start building over here. Busby, are you just fucking nocturnal now? Like, how much have we fucked with your sleep? Oh no, he's just hungry in the middle of the night. He can go sleep after this. Okay, good. Okay, I need to actually plan. I keep talking about how I'm gonna, and then I don't. So if this is gonna be a workshop, this is gonna be storage, and we're gonna expand the storage, because this is really, really small. The pain in your joints will make you forget about the nerve damage. Brother, I got Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I don't think I need to be doing jujitsu. My joints bend out of socket like 45 degrees in the first place. Work that shop. Let's just do a little bit of an immediate mindless expansion here. Conversion. Yay! Duncan got converted. All right, Duncan, we're setting you to recruit. This is not like the cleanest thing I've ever thrown together, but is gonna do the trick. Yeah, I think we're gonna just do something like this for now. Again, real ugly, real thrown together, it's fine. It has a lot of room for expansion. Your workshop does not need to be huge. Just big enough that I can fit all the benches in there that I'm gonna need. And that I can pack them in fairly tight, but still have room for some shelving. You wanna have some shelving in there. midnight, gotta go. Nice catching you live, though. I hope you had a fun time. I'm gonna throw like a door in here, too. Just for the sake of, again, letting people come in and out pretty efficiently. Okay, Game Boy, you're training a macaw right now. That's like super low priority. Yeah, just chop that. Thank you. And, there. I'm manually telling him just go around, dig up some stumps and stuff, because it's really quick to do. There we go, and now haul this to the blueprints. There we go. Just helping, trying to speed up Soupnado's job. All right, she's finishing off this room now. That's good. Hey, this is now gonna be Busby's room. And this old bed is gonna get uninstalled. There we go. So this is a workshop now. Cool. That gets rid of some of the debuff, I believe. I'm gonna harvest these berries since, you know, they need to be harvested at some point anyway. Would you stop with the macaw? God damn it. Monkey self-tamed. We have a pet monkey. He's gonna stay in the home area. And his name will be... Wobbyism. Hey! This is your first message in the chat. It's the first name I saw, too. You just became a monkey. You're the monkey of the base. You're one of our mascots. You see, you've got a much better life than the colonists. You get to be, 1, a freeloader, and 2, you're very unlikely to get killed. Alright, Busby's already going around sweeping the rocks off the rocks. Soupnato's working on this new wall. What are you doing, Game Boy? You're training animals. I'm gonna actually lower your animal handling priority a little. I think I can get away with this. Just the crops come first. There we go. This is getting us the wood where we need it. He's so quick at digging up these stumps now. It's great. All right, we can get this wall done tonight. The roof, maybe? They got a few more hours of work. Oh, come on. Get the rest of the wood. Oh my god. For real? All right, eat. And you gotta go feed Duncan. Okay. All right, keep the generator fueled. That is pretty important. Don't want that going out. We don't have a battery, so it's not like we're storing extra. Busby, how you're doing? You're just cleaning. You're just cleaning. Okay. Do we need to install lights in the new room? Yeah, we do. Lady, would you... She's being so inefficient about this. All right, she's putting the roof in. We're now going to deconstruct this whole wall here. Can we grow trees somewhere? Yes, we can learn tree sowing. There's not much of a reason to do it right now. She's going to go pray, okay. There's not much of a reason to do it right now. Because... you know, we're in a jungle. A lot of trees grow naturally. You know, we haven't been replanting this. They've been regrowing all over on their own. But we could start growing cocoa trees, and that's pretty cool. We will do that at some point. It's just not the highest priority right now. There's other research that needs doing first. And Millie Girl's just been researching and researching. She's getting decent at it. She doesn't gain skills super fast. It's a regular passion rather than a burning passion. A bunch of camels just joined. Wait, how many? 2 of them. Okay. Well, we can wait until morning before we haul them in. They're not going to leave in, like, by morning, you know? Oh, there's fog rolling in. That decreases shooting accuracy. So right now would be a bad time for a raid if the raiders are using melee weapons, because we're mostly just using guns. Well, guns and bows. Ranged weapons, that's what matters. Yeah, we got some camels. Consuming a simple meal. Now, what are you going to go do after this? Getting a meal. Cloud watching. Okay. We got to get the camels after this. Okay, you're getting the camels. Good. It's just making sure he wasn't too distracted with, like, farming or something. Now that we lowered his animal priorities. Okay, we have a little bit of extra wood, but not enough. Soupnato's working on the roofing more. Good. Cool, now she can take that wall out. Nope, she's gonna go feed a meal, okay. Are they at least a breeding pair? Oh, good question. This one's female. The other one is... male, we're good. Yeah, they can breed. We're good. Sweet. Okay, now what's he doing? He's gonna go haul some rice. Okay, that's fine. Okay, what are you doing? You are feeding the prisoners. Cool. And finishing some more flooring in the dormitory. Dormitory? Is that the right word? Hey, Liam. Liam Damore? I'm just gonna choose to believe you're related to Scott Damore. You don't need to know who Scott Damore is. Just know that this is a compliment. Do camels produce milk? I believe so. They do, yes. Infinite camel glitch. Have one male and one female. Not sure that's a glitch, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, we're so close to recruiting Yaroslav. Maybe, like, another day? He might join tomorrow, even. Supnata's social skill just got up to 9, I think I saw. Yeah, 9 social. That's pretty good. The maximum on any skill is 20, but anything above 10 is really high. There we go, okay. All the flooring's put in there for now. Obviously, there's still some dirt, and these rooms still have a lot of dirt, but, like, at least there's a wood path through the center that you can walk. So they walk a little faster, and it's a little less gross. Here, what's she doing? She's hauling the... Oh, the blueprint, yeah. Deconstruct wooden wall. Good, good. Then we're gonna have to put in a whole lot of flooring. It's gonna be a lot of wood worth of floor here. And we still have a little bit of marsh. We'll have to bridge over those at some point. But we have indeed expanded the workshop. Is there any other thing here we need right now? An art bench? Can anyone do art yet? No one has a passion for it yet. I think some of the prisoners do, though. Yeah, Duncan's really good at art. Yaroslav's not bad either, but Duncan has a higher potential. All right, Busby, can you go deliver some wood? And we need to chop more again. Ugh, we need to chop a lot. There. He's gonna just start harvesting. I like that we do have a little table to eat here. Sometimes it's a good idea to have tables in different areas for people. Thankfully, he can chop bamboo pretty fast now because he's got very high plant skill. Although these big trees here, the teak trees, have a lot more wood. You got the devil's luck with the self-taming livestock. I know, right? I think this is the best luck I've ever had on livestock self-taming. Normally I get, like, self-taming a rat, you know? Which, do we have a self-tamed rat right now? No, we don't. Although we have a lot of animals, actually, considering I tamed very few of them myself. What's Game Boy doing? Playing horseshoes? Wow, we blew through that day fast. Feels good! How can the elephant fit through the door, but 2 people can't go through at the same time? That's a great question. Oh yeah, Millie was a self-tamed rat last playthrough, that's right. Forgot about that. Didn't you get eaten by an Arctic wolf? I want to say you got ate by an Arctic wolf. Oh, a bulk goods trader is arriving. Oh, but they're tribals, so they're probably not selling anything too good. Wait, are they tribals? Oh no, they're not tribals. He has a revolver. Kemian Way. Oh, we've met the Kemian Way. They're friendly. They're individualists. Millie, are you still the best at social? No, it's actually Soup NATO now. Hey, Soup, go talk to them. Okay, they're selling some animals. Chocolate, bird meat. Okay, first of all, do we have anything that's just total trash to sell? We could buy some books. Recreation gain, cooking gain. Geothermal power up. We don't have that yet, but obviously geothermal is great. I'm gonna sell the poor quality clothing, like the poor quality chinchilla shirt, which is worth a lot of money, actually. Because chinchilla fur is high value. But it's poor quality, so we're not gonna wear it. A steel meditation throne colored pink. Weird. We could buy a wooden stool. I'm good. We can make our own dusters. In fact, I should probably tell Busby to start making us new clothing. I am gonna buy the Strange Explorer's Ingredients. That's pretty cheap, actually, so I'm gonna buy that. I don't think there's anything else we want to buy. Neuroamine. It's expensive, but we could buy a bunch, and we can't make this on our own. Yeah, we're gonna buy all that we can. Cool. And they like us a little bit for that. Not much, but it's something. Yeah, some other schlep can wear the old fur. I agree. All right, let's set up some more bills here. Bills here? Fuck, sorry. Sorry, I used to play a lot of Left 4 Dead too. I want to make dusters. Do until I have 4. These are actually a little bit of protection in combat as well. Not much though. Here we go. And I'll do hats after those are made. Oh no! Oh, Tiger just ran by and one-shot Blackfire. Sorry, Blackfire, you just got 8. Oh, hey look, another macaw. Blackfire. What? Blackfire survived! You were a noble sacrifice to the Tiger God. It's like Hitman Codename Agent 47. You know, the first Hitman game. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I did a Let's Play of that game, and you should go watch it because it was very goofy and very fun. Rip parrot friend. It's okay. We're gonna have a lot of parrot friends. Yeah, how safe is it to tame this tiger? There's a 50% chance on fail that it mauls you. That's really dangerous. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and recruit that until I'm armored up and have even more bodyguards. Okay, Busby's already working pigskin duster. All right, must be the boar skin. I believe if I remember right, boar skin is heat resistant, like more so than other leathers. All right, Big Game Boy, I'm gonna want you to deliver a bunch of this wood. That's gonna be your job right now, is get this wood from outside to inside to speed up Soup Nato's job. Really? You're gonna go pick up that tiny little bit instead of getting all the stuff over here. Oof. Okay, idea. I'm gonna tell him to manually haul that so he gathers as much as he can carry together. And now I'm gonna tell him to deliver it over here. Look at that, that worked so much better. So much better. That's most of it done, right? Oh, he's gonna go harvest psychoid. Okay, no, that's actually really important. We need to learn drug production soon. Millie Girl's researching. Okay, she's on it. Yes! New recruit, we got Yaroslav! Yay! Alright, Yaroslav. What are you good at? You're great at mining. You're pretty good at crafting. I wouldn't mind you hauling. And you're also great at research. Okay, cool. That's all good stuff. He's got tattered apparel. Okay, let's, we'll fix that up. It's a shirt, that's his problem, okay. Oh, we put it on the work order list. And we're gonna give him a name. First name I see in the chat, who has not already been named this game, is Hollow Flame Alexis. Ah, Hollow Flame Alexi. If you want me to change how that's spelled, you let me know what word to take out. Unless you want to be Hollow Flame Alexi, which is also a great name. That is the character limit. Weren't you our cleaning droid last time? I want to say that you were one of our, like, little worker droids, right? I think you might have been a hauler or a cleaner. Alexis, simpler, got it. All right, well, most of the flooring here is done. It's still considered dirty and ugly, but, like, it's something. Okay, I want some more conduit in here. We'll do that for now, but I'm probably gonna need power down here as well. And we're gonna want to build lighting in here as well. So that covers that. Let's do one over here, which does mean we're gonna need to run a power line over here. Cool. Well, we're working on it. Oh, they left us a gift. A nerve spiker and a flame bow. Nerve spikers are kind of crazy. It's a crossbow that shoots non-lethal, low-damage biotoxins to paralyze people. Great for taking prisoners. That's a pretty cool weapon. I kind of love that they left that for us. All right. Okay, we need some hauling done, though. Can you just bring that inside real quick? Oh, we got a raid, and they're attacking immediately. This person is good at mining, construction, plants. They're a Neanderthal, so they're really strong. Okay. Good health. They're not unwaveringly loyal. They're a jogger, so they move fast. That's a really good. Jogger's a great trait. Undergrounder. Not the best trait for us, but we can make it work. Okay, we want to take him alive. How good is everyone at shooting? Millie Girl's still the best by a lot. Busby's equal. Busby, you're gonna go grab the nerf spiker. Alexis, can you shoot? You're pretty bad at all kinds of combats, okay. Oh, and we gotta put flooring in here now, because you're living in here. Okay, Soup NATO, get ready to fight. What's the range on this? Pretty good. All right, we're in formation. Gonna try and take him alive, we'll see. Now, this is a Neanderthal, so I'm not really worried about getting him with a few bullets. They're pretty tanky. Okay, he's hit twice. We're gonna have these two hold their fire. Yeah, we got him in the leg, both legs. So he's moving slow. That gives us lots of time to try and get him with this neurotoxin. Come on. Stop missing. Stunned. Is he running after Blackfire? You dick. Okay, he's coming back. Busby. Busby, I'm gonna need you to get it together. Also, Game Boy, please refuel that generator immediately. Our power just went out. Holy shit. Oh no, he adapted to it. He is so hurt right now. Well, this is still low damage weapon, so I'm gonna keep using it and hopefully he'll fall over. He died, okay. Man, he should have just gone down. That dude is a tank. All right, we got the power back up again. Although we're gonna need another generator soonish. He's gonna go pray. Okay. Apparently Chris from RE is the latest Marvel v Capcom, which I find very oddly fitting, oddly enough. Yeah, no, I could see that. I could see that. Randy said, no, he does kind of look like Randy Savage, doesn't he? Oh, I never messed up and killed someone on accident. Wow. I mean, look, you saw how many... Like, we put an unbelievable amount of crossbow bolts and bullets into that guy. His legs were barely functional. I don't know why he didn't collapse. Neanderthals are hard to knock out. He adapted to the neurotoxin we hit him with it so many times. Yeah, it's probably the Neanderthal genes just kept him up for so long. Hauling the body off. Yeah, Alexis has a higher hauling priority than some of the other people right now because he's a jogger, or she's a jogger. Probably she is a jogger, so I figured that was a good idea. Sleeping sickness. Sleeping sickness sucks. Okay. Okay. It is time. I must pause. I must save. I am very, very sore. Rocky is now asking for a refill on his food. My back is going crazy right now. I gotta walk this off a bit and stretch it a bit. And then I gotta get playing more Pokemon, because it never ends. Thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. I'm probably gonna be streaming quite a bit more this week. Let me just check my calendar real quick. Do I have anything like set? Oh, on Saturday, I'm gonna be on, does anyone know Rima Evenstar, I think. I'm gonna be on her show on Saturday. We're gonna be playing some Crusader Kings 3. Because Crusader Kings 3 is really fun. I don't know who else is invited. I think she's got other friends there as well. So I'm gonna be there for that. I'm almost definitely not streaming on Thursday because that's Sabu's dental appointment. So I need to be like on hand to pick him up and drop him off and whatever. And I'm probably spending a lot of that day with my mom, actually. I'm going to be teaching her Victoria 3 because we've been meaning to get together and play that. So I'm probably going to take Thursday as my day off this week. Either than that, I'm going to stream as much as I can, but is kind of just play it by ear, you know, when my body's feeling up for it, when I have some time, that kind of thing. Because I do have a lot of editing to do this week. I have a sponsorship edit this week, so that's a little bit of extra work on top of what I would normally do. So I'm gonna go get doing that stuff. This recording will be up on the streaming YouTube channel. You can find it in the link in the description. It'll be up on that streaming YouTube channel sometime tonight. You might be able to see it in the playlist before you see it publicly, because I always have it upload as unlisted first. And then whenever it's done processing, I tell it to go public, but that channel's not even monetized yet. It's so small. So it doesn't get priority processing. Like, I can upload the video quick, but YouTube is going to take ages to process it sometimes because it doesn't get priority processing like my main channel does. So if it takes a long time to process, I might be asleep by the time it finishes, and so it'll still be unlisted until I wake up in the morning and check it, you know? Anyway, I gotta go get some more work done, and I gotta go stretch out, and I gotta go feed the boys. Thank you, buddy, so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.